Hello, welcome to Catherine's Corner. Today we're going to be making some simple hamburger helper. I got the one that's called Deluxe Beef Stroganoff, and on the back it says it includes the noodles and the sauce, and that you'll have to buy 1 pound of lean ground beef, use half a cup of water, and 2 1/4 cups of milk. They also use like a frying pan. I'm going to use a Dutch oven. We're going to be adding some meat. I bought this in a 3-pound package and separated it into 1 pound increments, just specifically for the hamburger helper. And also if you buy in bulk, it's cheaper at Safeway. Alright, so I'm putting the meat in there, and it says to cook it for about 6 minutes, then separate it, drain it, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. I have just turned it to about a 6. They're wanting medium to high heat for 6 to 8 minutes, then break it up, stir it, drain it. Sometimes I'm a little more careful than that. I might do it about 4 or 6 because this is one of those double electric ones where there's 2 loops, so sometimes it can really get way hotter than you can imagine. So I might keep it between 4 and 6. Okay, so the timer just went off. I've done this for about 6 minutes. I think I'm going to go another 2. I already started chopping it, but if you haven't chopped it yet, now is when they would have you chop it when you're done browning the meat. I'm going to brown a little longer because of a few pink sections. Now I'm going to drain the grease out, put the hamburger back in, and start adding water, milk, sauce mix, and pasta, and then heat to boil. I have just turned it to about a 6. They're wanting medium to high heat for 6 to 8 minutes, then break it up, stir it, drain it. Sometimes I'm a little more careful than that. I might do it about 4 or 6 because this is one of those double electric ones where there's 2 loops, so sometimes it can really get way hotter than you can imagine. So I might keep it between 4 and 6. Okay, we've just drained all of the grease out, and now I'm going to add the water. And that's 2 cups of milk, and we had added 1/2 cup of water, and then I need to add 1 more 1/4 of milk. Okay, there we go. Now I am going to add the sauce. Okay. Stir that around a bit. Okay. And then I'm going to add the noodles. Alright. And then we're going to heat to boil. I'm going to move this back over here. And put it on high. Once it starts boiling, you reduce heat, cover, simmer about 7 minutes, stirring occasionally until pasta is tender.
What number do you have it on?
I have it on high.
On high, okay.
Because I'm trying to get it to boil right now, and then once it boils I'll turn it down probably to between low and 2 because there's 2 burners under this pot. There's one for small pots and one for big pots, so when you have it on 2 or low, sometimes it's hotter on the 2 side, the 2 burner side. Now it has officially boiled. I'm going to stir it a little bit. And I'm going to turn down the temperature to between 2 and low for a 2-burner electric on the 2-burner side. I'm going to put the lid part way on and keep an eye because it's still boiling pretty fast, so I sometimes bring it on the low side and let it calm down, and then I stir it more often till it stops boiling that fast and just simmers. Okay, and then also while you are simmering, set the timer for about 7 minutes. And then at the end, if it's still not where you need it, it does recommend that you can uncover and cook while stirring an additional 1 to 3 minutes till desired consistency. I wanted to just show you a difference if anybody out there is having troubles with knowing what's the difference between boiling and simmer. A few little bubbles here and there, a little bit of movement, that's more of a simmer. Now if it's big bubbles and just a lot of activity, I would turn it down some more. If you feel like this is even too much for you, you can turn this down a little bit too, but for me it's doing pretty good right now. This is what I classify simmering. If you want to turn it down to a 1 instead of a 2 on an electric 2-burner, you can. It'd probably still do pretty good. So the timer went off. I do feel like I need another 3 minutes, so I'm going to leave it uncovered, keeping it at about a 2 on a 2-burner electric stove. And if you notice, I just stirred, which calms down the bubbles. And then it's starting to pop back up, but it's just simmering little tiny bubbles, which is what we're looking for. This is the final product.
We're going to do a double feature with s'mores after we have dinner.
Okay. I just wanted to show you that each serving is a cup and 410 calories. You can always half that for 205. So a trick that I use is a cup, measuring cup, fill it up, and then I put it into the bowl and it's ready to go. Alright, there you go.
Alright, this is beef Stroganoff.
Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and do a s'mores. I've tried several options, the air fryer, the bake in the air fryer. I've tried the microwave, which is one of my favorites. I do it for about 30 seconds or a minute. And then while it's big and expanded, I put in 1 chocolate bar, 1 rectangle. And then I put another one in the other marshmallow. I mush them together with 2 graham crackers. So I do 2 marshmallows between the 2 squares of a full rectangle graham cracker. So I did stumble upon another way to cook it was in the oven, and I found it looks the most authentic to doing it outside over a fire pit. However, you're able to control it a little bit better where it doesn't turn black. So I think we have it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it said 3 to 5 minutes, but I don't recommend 5. Now I've used parchment paper before and it ended up burning. So I'm trying it one more time, and I'm only going to do it for 3 minutes, and I'm not going to use the graham cracker because the graham cracker ended up burning too. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to do this for 2 minutes and then watch the full minute at the end. Timer. Okay, so I'm going to bake it for 2 minutes, and then on the last minute from 2 to 3, I'm going to keep an eye on it with the light on, because it's very rapid. It can go from like brown and perfect to black rapidly. So. Okay, right now it has been 2 minutes. It's starting to brown. It's expanded pretty good amount. I'm going to set it for 1 more minute and keep an eye on it. Can you hit off? Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. I'm kind of looking at it on the last minute. It's looking nice and golden. Thinking I'm going to try maybe a minute more. Okay, so we have finished, and this is the toasted marshmallows. They came out pretty good.
What do we do after?
And then I take these chocolate squares and I push down and into them to help make them melt. And you can do that before or after putting it on a graham cracker. It's up to you. The only reason I don't do this with a graham cracker is because it burned on me one time.
It's messy, as you can see.
Okay, so I usually have one marshmallow on each graham cracker with one piece of chocolate, and then I let them come together and melt. It's a little more difficult when you have to do it on parchment paper instead of the graham cracker. Another option you can do is skewers, but I was testing out the parchment paper today to see how that goes. Alrighty. So once it seems like, you can kind of squish it back and forth and check the chocolate to see if it's melting. Alright. Alright, I'm going to let you try it.
Alright, let me try. Reminds me of Star Trek. Star Trek 5. What we do after we toast the marshmallow? We consume. I know. But after that. I believe we're supposed to compose something called the sing-along. It's a great idea. I haven't sung when I was in boy. What do you want to sing? Great food though.